So David Wallimann here, and I'm asked this question all the time. I'm not going to answer it. I am going to answer it. The question is, what scale do you use over this chord progression? It's a great question, and you should have the answer to this if you want to sound more focused, more melodic, and like you know what you're playing. It's really easy. The answer is often in front of you. So here's the approach. It's super simple. I'm going to take two chords that don't really have much in common with each other. I'm going to take a B minor 7 and an F major 7 chord. And you're hearing the backing track right now. It's pretty cool. And you want to improvise over it, and when you do, it doesn't sound great. So the first step is to look at the chords. And over the first chord, a B minor 7, we really have three different choices. We could play Dorian, Phrygian, or Aeolian, because these three modes, these three scales, include the notes that make a B minor 7 chord. A B minor 7 chord is a chord with a root, minor 3rd, perfect 5th, minor 7th, and the Dorian, Phrygian, and Aeolian have a root, minor 3rd, perfect 5th, and minor 7th. So we could use these three different modes. I'm going to pick one. And they all have their own color, so you need to experiment. And I'm going to pick Dorian because 95% of the time, Dorian is the answer. Plus, it sounds cool, so I'm going to use that one. Now, what about the second chord? That's really the trouble there. F major 7. What should you play over that? Well, we're going to look at the chord again, F major 7. It's a root, major 3rd, perfect 5th, major 7th. And there are two choices for that. Ionian, also known as the major scale, and Lydian. Two modes that would work over that major 7th chord. Which one are we going to use? I'm not going to answer it. Well, the answer is actually found in the first mode that you picked, and we picked Dorian. So we need to see if there are some notes in Dorian that give us an indication as to which one to use over the second chord, Ionian or Lydian. And if we picked Ionian, which would be a valid option, well, Ionian would work, but the perfect fourth that is found in the Ionian is not found in Dorian. And we need to respect as many notes as we can to sound melodic. The more notes in common, the more melodic you're going to be. Lydian has an augmented fourth. And that augmented fourth of the Lydian mode corresponds to a note found in the Dorian mode, the previous Dorian mode, and that note is the root, B. So that's what we're going to pick. Let's give it a try over a backing track, hear how it sounds. If this lesson did not make sense, I'm sorry. Watch it again. Maybe it'll help, and let's jam. Experiment. Don't be scared of music theory. It's okay. It's going to be okay. Let's play.